Hello viewers, welcome back to Code with BR. I'm here with another interesting session. So before moving to the content, let's quickly recap what we have seen. So I'm moving to my screen. Okay. So we have in the session 1 we have an intro, basic syntax and comments, and right now these are the basic data types. I'm just repeating strings for the any characters or alphanumerical characters, and whatever the within the double quotes in the Python, that will be considered as a string. And then we have our numeric, we have a complex, float, int, and then we have a boolean types, true, false. And for the set, for the listing and our sequence, we have the list, tuple, dictionary, and sets we have a set. So these are the basic data types. You can remember this one, and then we'll see how we can utilize in an actual program, like when it will be a real-time program. Then moving ahead for the next topic, we have the numbers. Yeah, we just seen the same way. Numbering is any numerical character. Any numerical character without double quotes is considered as an integer, or the integer and floating as the numbers. And then we have okay, casting. Then we can cast the one value into another one. That lets me show you example. Changing the data types, basically 1 2 3 the 3 4 5 6. So if I type, okay, let me store this in some variable. I'll take variable a, I'm storing some float value of the 3 4 5 6. If I use the type a, sorry, type a, it's giving me a float. So this is the floating type, but I want to be this is an integer, so I'll be create a new variable which is the int of a. If I print b, then I'll get an integer value. Or if I see type of a b, okay, both will not works. Type of b is integer. So previously type of a is the floating value. Now the value is 1 2 3, and here you can see, or let time dig into one more step, and I'll variable of j float or variable c, which I float of b. So if I type c, I'm getting the floating data value. So if you can see, this is the value where we are defining 1 2 3 and 4 5 6, not 4 5 6. That's a floating value, and then converting that floating value into integer, and then converting this integer into again floating value. And when we are converting into integer, the whatever the after dot the decimal numbers, it will be ignored. So that's why it will taking as a 0 when we are converting again to floating. And this way it can convert into a typecast. Also, this is about numeric typecast, and if you want to be converted numeric into strings or characters, let's see, not the strings, let's show you. And the same way we'll go with this one only. I'm defining a variable d. I need to convert this c into a type string type str of c. So if I print it, you can see it will becomes within the single quotes. And if I use the type of d, then it will be given strings. And similar way, and if I mention something, let's try this one. int of 3. So yeah, it works. Let's keep a variable e. I'm storing as an integer, or I'm taking something in actual database that we can convert data types into string values. There is some requirement, or it might be by transferring everything into string format, or one string to we can extract the data, we can split the data. We may receive the numeric value in a string format, like within the double quotes. So if I 345, which is my string, if I use the type of this thing, type of a, then it will be detecting as a string automatically. Then if I want to convert, then int of e, and again I'll go with one more float of e, and float of e, and we'll try with one more complex of e. I guess the last one should also work. If I print this 3fgh, so if you can see the same 3 to 5 is converted here, and 3 to 5.0 is a floating number, and if you see this is a complex 345 and I plus like some a plus b into g format. So yeah, one more thing here I need to inform. So if you, while returning, if you are writing any function, we'll see now while we are in the concept of function, if you pass more, if you are returning more than one value, or if you are returning more than one answer, we can say one result, then it will automatically detect as a tuple value, and it will be packed as a tuple. And we can see packing and unpacking like with a zip, and we'll see later. Then what we have after casting, we have strings. I guess we have already discussed with the strings. So the string is nothing but anything in the double quotes, or not even single quotes. You can use the 3 quotes. Like if you remember, we have already discussed this in a first session. So if I want to be print a is equals to my, or I will do the s1. I already given the a multiple times. Hello. Then if I do f2, I'll just remove this one. I'm defining the two strings. So if I print this one s1 not s2, so you can see the output is same, and also s1 is equals to s2. I'm getting the true. So which means the single double quotes equivalent to 3 double quotes. So in generally we'll use the 3 double quotes for the comment. So in normal real time purpose, where a string with the 3 double quotes will be used in case if you have a complex or escape characters, mainly when you have a escape or special characters in the string or in a sentence, then you'll use this kind of. Or if you want to be convert that, like suppose if you are preparing one SQL statement, in SQL obviously we have a single quotes and double quotes, but if you use the single quote starting here, that will be end up here. Let's take one example how we can write in SQL. Suppose I'm SQL1, I'm taking an example, cell column column 1 from table 1 where uh, where my column 1 is equals to, so here you have to use either single quotes or double quotes. So suppose if I'm using the double quotes, sorry, single quotes, and something ABC. So for this type of, there is simple a select statement, there is no required. You can use the one double quote starting here and one double quote ending here. So which means this will be considered as a single string. In case if I have the alias here as A, column 1 as A1, okay. So if I want to be try this one, let's see, we'll get an error here. So same function, if you use with multiple double quotes, will not receive an error. So if I print SQL1, you can see this will be converted into a single quote. Of course, this is the backend process how it will be written, and if you can see these single quotes will be converted, and it will be, there is a escape characters, so these single quotes will be ignored. Same way we can use escape character, either you have to use the escape characters or you can use the 3 quotes. You can use the 3 single quotes also or 3 double quotes also. This is where you can use the complex strings. You can say complex statements. Yeah, complex statements we can write inside this quotes. Then that's about strings. We are moving to booleans that we have already seen. Booleans. Yeah, before going to booleans, I'm going to show you something. So if you have a numeric values, you can just 1 and 2, just add 1 plus 2. It's a 2. Then if you want to be add 2 strings, like which means is a concatenation or joining of 2 strings, then what we'll do? So 1 plus 2. To begin the 12. Because 1, 2, these are the 2 steps. If you are if you join 2 integers, then it will be making it to a sum of the 2 integers. If you add 2 strings, that will be concatenate. This is a summation function and this is the concatenation function. So those syntax looks like same, but the values that we are passing, these are the strings and these are the integers. And then we have concatenation also. Yeah, if you want to be mix plus 3, so it will be thrown error. Like if you want to be joined one string with one integer, then it will be throwing an error. You have to be, while concatenating or while doing a joining, you have to be a same data type. So you can convert this string into primary string of str. So str of 3. So now you can get 1 to 3 in the same way. So if I want to 3 and 2, in 1, so you can see 1 plus 2 plus 3, that will be giving us 6. So this is a way how you can concatenate your strings. Then we have this one, and we can slice the strings, and let's see how we can slice the strings. Suppose I'll take this statement as my string 3. I'm taking since there is already one double quote, I'm taking into this one. So if I print length of S3, length is something how many characters is there. So if we can count from included spaces, we can count here there is total 45 characters. And then if you want to find the specifically fourth or fifth characters, then you can see S3 of 4. I need the fourth character of this particular string, so it will be this space. So this will be whenever it will be formatting, the indexing will be started as from 0. So we'll see what is the indexing. Indexing is the something as numbering of the particular it might be a list, string, whatever it might be. It's indexing. We can say indexing is the numbering. So we have a 45 characters. So each characters have a number. So first character is 0 and second character is 1, third one is 2. Similarly, if you are passing a list, the first value in the string is the 1 and the 0, and then 1, like in indexing starting from 0. So what happens here is this S3 string will be converted into list. Then it will be making into the how many it will be finding the fourth index, what if. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 space. So if I want to be a 5, so I am getting the O. If I want to be 45th one, 45th, so it's out of index, so it's out of range. So we have a total 45, but it is length is 45. But if you can we are just now I told that indexing starting from 0, so which means 45 minus 1, so it should be 44. So the last space. If I go with the 43, obviously I should get R. So if you want to be some range of strings, then you can try this one. I want to be start from the 20 and I want till 40. So you can see 20 starts from here, is str and open braces not in 2. So this way you can get the sum range. And here one more interesting, can put it in indexing. So what is indexing means? Position. So if I started E, so every second value will be ignored. It will take a E and it will go to S, then it ignore T, again R, ignore space, open bracket, ignore N, so it will take the alternate one. So this is a indexing of steps. So starting range, ending range, so starting and end range, and index, step index. So this is the slicing will work. And then we have, moving ahead, what else we have? Yeah, case conversion. So if you want to, there is some situation you have to convert into uppercase and lowercase, camel case, then you can use these strings. So I am defining a string 4 in the ABC DEF. Okay, so compare this one. I need to convert into uppercase. All the characters should be in upper. So upper. So this is a keyboard unit. A B C D. Everything is uppercase. So if I want to be a lowercase, simple. That's the simple. So we can get the this way. You can get the uppercase, lowercase, camel case, or whatever you require. And then moving ahead, hmm, so and we covered so for what we covered is so these are the escape characters. Whenever you put the backward, so that the next character will be escaped, so it won't be considered. So remember this one. And then we have uh, piece in the case conversion. So if you want to be see the more information, you can just refer the website of W3 schools or Python documentation. I'm just briefing the overview how and everything. My intention is you have to understand the concept, not the repeat it. And if I explain the everything, then it's you will just listen and follow. So that's why I'm trying to my intention. I'm just giving the overview and how it will be looks and how you have to be tried. So the same way, if you want to be capitalize, for example, if you want to capitalize this one, string 4. So then the capitalize. String don't have capitalize thing. Okay. So capitalize means each character in the word, like each words, the first character will be capitalized. And we have a similarly we have a many things like a case one. Let me show you in a browser. Going to W3 schools. Then what we have some strings. So you can see, and slicing that we covered, modification, uppercase, lowercase, strip. Yeah, strip is the function. Strip is the keyword where you can ignore the spaces between before and last, like pre and post spaces. Whenever you're taking any string, the first and last, if there are first and last character if that are equal to spaces, and if there is a space in first and last, then it will be removed if you use the strip. If you can see here example, here we have a hello world with a first pre and post spaces, and that will be ignored. And replace. So if you want to replace any character, then you can just type this keyword replace and what is your original character and what is you want to be replaced. You can just visit the website and you can try whatever you want. So you can practice and practice. That's it. So replace with whatever character that we are selecting and with a new character. So in this case, H will be replaced with a J. And then we have a split. So we can split the our large strings or large like if you want to be in a raw string into multiple lists. So the output will be when you use the split, the output will be in the list format. So you can see hello world, I'm splitting wherever the comma is there, I'll get split. Let me try this word, let me show you. So hello world, welcome to go with BR. Well, so I'm just adding comma here only. So you can see wherever the comma is there, you'll get it will be replaced or it will be split. That one, this will be considered as a delimiter. So till one comma to another comma, that will be the one set of one slice, or it will be sliced into this one to this one. It will be split wherever comma is there, then it will be split. So similarly, not only comma, you can use anything. Hyphen, there is a no hyphen, but we can try. Yeah, we can try with exclamation. So since we have a hello world, we have exclamation mark. So if you can see, hello world and welcome to CODEWITHBR. Include whatever your input, it will remain same, but whatever you are providing in a split, inside of split, the character, special character, or you can even do one more thing. You can split at wo. Okay. Wo. So what happens? Wherever the wo is a character is identified, then it will be split. So till here is the one word, and this is the one, this is the next one, then next, the next. You can see until the next one, wo to wo. So this way you can be use split operations. And then we have many. If you scroll down to here, and we'll see, I'll show you. And concatenations, so we have that we are already seen. Even you can space the can concat the spaces also. So this is how you have to define your spaces. And format, yeah, this is one we are not covered. So if you want to be a print, if you the way is, you need to be expected to take some input and print along with the existing information, or if you have two separate information, and you need to be, one thing should be processed and another to be the same string. So if I do now, consider if I have some calculations here, 36 plus 25, I am John. So let's try this one. 25 plus 2. I am my age is so, okay, age is not defined. Integer, so this is, it is saying it's integer, we have to convert into string. So you can see my name is John and my age is 38. So here one more interesting thing is there. Let's try if it works. Generally, when you use the languages called Scala or on different languages, you can define your data types here itself, but can convert in a string, so not in. Okay, this is not working here. So this way you can join, or you can pass the parameters, or you can format your strings. And then yes, so if you want to be, let's try this one. So we are directly printing text, and if you want to be any format, so if you here you are specifically typing that one into string format, but if you want to be, it's in the independent of anything, like we can say, let's take into this text to So here's some more thing we need to change. It curly braces. Curly braces is like dynamic input. So here we have a text. We have a text2. So inside of text2, where is the curly braces? There we need to store the age. Nowadays it's calculate. So you can see the same way. You don't need to specifically define what data type it is. So it will automatically consider. And it will be print the error. And this is one way you can utilize in while printing the statements, or you can assign this into one variable and you can utilize them. And what? So similarly, if you have a more than one like strings, string parameters or arguments, so you can use them. If you can see here this example, we have a three dynamic inputs. Input format. So we are passing three information. So first one is quantity, second one is the item number, and third one is the price. And so yeah, this is a one interesting thing. So if you see here, I am defining in such order way: quantity, item number, price. But here I need here also I mentioned quantity, item number, and price. But if you can see, it is first printing the price, then quantity, and item number. So if you want to be shuffle this order, you can provide the numbering inside of this one, starting from 0, 1, 2, and how many if you want. And there is one more interesting thing I'll be showing here itself. So if you don't want to be specifically mentioned here, I'll just copy all this string that what we have here, create a new variable my.2. So wherever you can see 1, 2, 3, just put the actual names, actual variables. Instead of 1 to 3, we are passing the actual variables, and in front you have to add just f means for formatted strings. So if I run this one, I have something. Something it is taking a list. Okay, it's again printing my order. Okay, sorry, my order 2. So this is then, yeah, you can see same output we'll get. So my order and my order 2. These two ways you can utilize, you can use when you are updating your strings or you are updating your statements, your output. And escape characters that we have seen, and string methods. If you can see, these all the methods that we can use: capitalize, case fold, that will be converted into lowercase, center, count, encode, ends with, expand tabs. So you can try each and every one and will be know. You can see we have seen lower, and log we have it is alpha. It will check the whether it's if you want to be check. Let me go to the terminal. So I have a string for st4. I'm using is alpha. So true. The why? Because I'm checking it is alphabeticals or not. So here everything is alphabetical. That's why I'm getting the is alpha. So if I same way I'll try with the string. I'll create a new string file, string 4 only, instead of just I'll add 1 here. So I use same str. Okay, I can I should I'll use the same string 4 or 4. Now I'm getting the false because there is a 1 is the integer value, so numerical value, so that's why it is fake. So this way you can check whether what type of data type it is, and it's alpha or it's a numeric or it's a decimal. So we have a lot of functions, inbuilt methods we have. So you can check that one. You can check the indexing, and you can check we have, let's try to explain one by one what we can use at which case. Capitalize, we can convert into a first character as a capital, and case fold that converts into everything into lowercase, and center returns the center string. Let me show you here itself with one example how it can be. So if you can see banana, so and you are passing the 20, and you will see here you can get the 20 spaces, and here you will get the 20 spaces. And if I use the 50, so this will be really useful when you are trying to build print some algorithm, not algorithm, that's a structures like a pyramid or oval shapes. When you are printing the shapes, this function can be utilized. So you can see there is a 50 characters, and after 50 characters it will printing the value, and then again 50 character space after that. If you try to print anything, print x, again I print here, I print some string, some star, you can see it will be going to be next line. Or even if I use the same comma function to print in the same line, you better understand, it will print after 50 spaces. So you can see, and yeah, I'll just cover one interesting thing here. Just before and after, I need a special character to print multiple. I'll just use the hash here. Okay, multiple by 10, comma, I'm trying with this only 30, x, comma, here I'll take a hash, into 10 times. So don't be confused. Here the two asterisks are different. This is for multiplication, and this is for the characters, like kind of special character that you can do. So that's why I use again hash here. So if you can see 10 times, if you use a star 10, then it will be repeatedly printed 10 times. You don't need to specify a star 10 times. It will automatically multiply 10 times, it will be printed. And similarly here we are mentioning the hash. Okay, so this way we can use the when we are trying with the competition challenges. We'll see, we'll try to build such complex things. Encode, this is the like encoding, like we have a many encoding methods, UTF-8, and we generally it will be normal text, it will be UTF-8 in regular websites and everything. But if you want to be a special encoding method, then you can encode your things and you can decode, and you can check for more information. And we'll cover, we can utilize this encoding in later. We need when we are trying with advanced concept of data science or data engineering concept, when we are looking, will be going this one. So you can see you can encode ASCIIs, and these are the things with that. These are the type of info. There are the options we have to utilize, like ignoring the ASCIIs and ignoring the namespace and replace and XML reference, XML character reference. We'll see one by one in the future, but it will be overload if I explain everything. So ends with, so if you want to be search any particular string or particular value which ends with a specific string. So if you have one sentence and you need to find that sentence that ends with a special character or one particular, it's not a special numerical or it's anything. So any ending value, if you know the ending value, you need to find that. So you can use this method. So ends with, this is how it will be. So wherever it will be ends with, then it will be print the x. So true. Just checking the true or false, will not the filtering and it will not showing the result. And to show the result, that's we have to make in one complex system. If the value is true, then we have to return the value, whatever the source we have, whatever the input that we are providing. So we'll see in this example also. And encode ends with set the tab size, expand tab size, and find. So if you want to be find any value in the particular string, then you can use. So this will also result the boolean value only. This will read the indexing. Find will be result the indexing. So if you can see, hello is a 5, 6, 7. So if you count from 0, then it will be 6. Then welcome is the 7th one. So it will be our 7th index. And then what we have? Okay, we have find, format, that we have already seen. Format map, format with specific value into strings. That's it. Index, we can the same way. Finds is the finding the word, and index will be the where it was located. And this all number, it will return all the characters in the string is alphanumerical, like combination of alphabets and numericals. And if is alpha, if it will return the true if the all the characters are in the string, it will be the alphabets. And then is decimal, if same way all the strings are decimal values and all the digits. And yeah, I'll show you one difference between decimal and digits. Yes, so you can see this will be the Unicode. This will be considered as a true, but this is the digit. Digit is purely integer number, so there should be a purely integer number. If you type .0, of course this is a float, it will be get false. It should be only integer, not even float values. So but in case of Unicodes, can try with 50033 or 5003.3. That will be giving the false. So unique code of 3. So you can see set 3. This is the main difference. And so yeah, if all the decimals are 0 to 9, but if in case of digit method is all the characters are digits, otherwise false. And what we have next, we'll go with is digits is identifier, and is identifier is simply if true, it will return true. The string is an identifier. Let me show you. So it's identifier. the demo, then we can identify something. It's true. Or if try none, so it will be the none type object is identifier. If type 1 to 3, so object has no attribute is identifier. If I make it into string, then if I run, false, since this is an non-identifier. So if you can see a description here, and methods prefer true. So identifiers is the something contains alphabets, numericals, and in a special character range underscores also. But in alphanumeric or alphanumeric, the one we have seen in alpha numeric, where it will be the alphabets or numerical value, not with a special character. But in identifiers, we can use the underscores also. That's the difference. And we have a low is lower. You can check all the characters are lower or not, and numeric with all the characters are numeric. And here you can use the floating values also. So 5.3. Okay, floating values here also not working. Okay. Because all the characters must be numeric. Hyphen and dots through hyphen or not. Okay, because of we are using the dot, and hyphen will be considered as a minus will be considered as a hyphen. So this is this will be considered as non-numeric value. And then is space. If all the characters in the string are white spaces, like we are not regularly use this one. It's just an option that you have to know. And title, so the format is looks like title, then it will be returns that value. So if you can see hello and welcome to my world, so everything the first letter will be capitalized, so it will be written true. So if any one character in this list, suppose I use a small t into 2, it will result false. This title means every word starting with the capital letters. Then we have upper, this title is completed, upper, join. So join is something. Concatenation you can provide 1 or 2, that you have to provide manually. So in case you have a list of something like list of 100, like you have 100 values which is stored in the list, and you need to join all the 100 values or the 100 strings into one single strings or one single para. What can you do? So you can use the join method. So you can see in this case I want to be join all this my tuple with a hash. So if you can see join hash Peter hash, whatever the delimiter you provide, you can you can use the space also as a delimiter. If you don't provide anything, everything will be merged up. And join, and if you want to be left side join, so sorry, left justification, if you not just returns a left justification. We'll go one example with this one. So we'll just add 20 characters left. Previously we have seen a center, same way L just it will be at 20 characters at left, and same way right also. Right. You want to add right side, then you can use right and right. And right is not working. Okay, or just sorry. I forgot, my bad. Okay, or just you can see right side it will be added the 20 characters, and strip we have already seen. In the same way it will be trim the additional spaces at left side, and if you want to be trim right side, you can just go with the R strips. L split we have R split we just seen, and just lower strip and make it run. So it will just translate the table into a translation. Like let me go with one example. And if you can see here, we are providing the two characters S and P. It will just wherever the S is there, it will just replace, and it's basically a translating. So if I S P A, the thing is what happening is to make trans arguments have equal length, so it should be length should be equal PR. So you can just translate. In replace you can use n number of characters. So you can use the if you use the replace, you can write you can select n number, can replace with the n number. It not be same, but in translate it should be same. So basically we are keep restructuring the whatever we have. We are taking as input something, we are taking as input, and we are translating, and we are the length should be same. Okay, and that's what we have. Translate, we covered. Make a translate partition. So partition we are not using normal case. When you are using if you are aware of database people, then you'll be understand what is partition easily. So if you can see, I'm partitioning with bananas. Wherever bananas is there, that is considered as a special word. Then till that one is one set, and after post the pre string will be considered as a pre values, pre characters will be considered as one, and post thing will be considered as one, and there is a partition will be keep it separate. So suppose if I have a 100 lines and partitioning as a 50 100 columns, I am partitioning with the column 50. Then first 49 columns will be comes into one group, and second next part of 51 to 100 will be called to one group, and then the thing is the center column will be my partition column. And okay, specific value not found in partition method. Let's try this one. So if you can see, if partition is not found, then it will partition and the remaining value will be empty. There is nothing to failure or nothing to null value. It's just with the null value. And okay, partition that we replace, we are addressing or find. So search the string specified value, returns the last position where it was found. So here there is a left L found also. Okay, we have a direct find, and find will be a search for the from the right side. Like normal find will be search from left side, left to right. R find will be search from right to left. So wherever it will be the first identifier from the right side. So which means in a normal read it will be the last character, or in right side it will be the first character. That will be identified with the R find. That index value will be returned. And similarly R index also, if you want to have a large number of file, or if you have a large number of list tuple or whatever it string, whatever it may be, you need to find the last second keyword or last second word. You can use the R index irrespective of the length. And then we have a rjust that we have already seen, r partition, right side partition, where string parted into 3 groups, and just be make it the remember partition. The actual partition in SQL is completely it might be it's a different, but it'll just be understand. For example, I told that one for the right side and left side, and or split, right side split, straight we have split. It's a split. So split that we already seen with the one specific delimiter we can split, and split lines. So you can split lines wherever the new line will start slash n, it will be a split there. The same way with that, instead of delimiter we are splitting with new line. And starts with, we have already seen end with, what is the last character or last string that we need to identify. Same way starts with is something, if it is starting with the if you want to be starting with some specific condition, then you can use start strip that we are already seeing. It will be the L strip and R strips also, that will basically remove the spaces in the before and after the input value, input strings, and that might be integer also. Swap cases. So swap cases is something is when you have a uppercase. Let me show you the same content in the terminal. We have already one example. So if you can see in str4 we have a abcdf. So if I str4 dot swap case, so you can see wherever the capital letter, it will be swapped into small lowercase, and where is the lowercase letters, that will be converted into uppercase. This will be affected in alpha characters and not in numbers. So we are just written, and we have a swap case and we have a title. This is the changing into each first character in the sentence will be each first character of the word in a sentence will be capitalized, and translate that we are able to receive. And uppercase, it will convert into all the cases into upper, all the characters into upper case. And Z fill, okay, Z fill, that's one thing. Let me go. Z fill 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this will be something where it is taking this position, indexing position into 10th. So not indexing, it will be taking into the position of 10th. And if I use the file here, you can see this will going to be last or two indexing, that's 4 and 5. Okay, and I don't know where we are using this one, but it's one of the things that we can use. So it will be jetfill method adds the zeros beginning with the string until the reach at the specific position. So it's basically saying we have some input strings, and it will be a field, the input string, it will be identify the length of string, and it will be a let me go to clearly explain. Taking to paint, suppose I have a one specific list. I am defining the jetfill as a 10, so it will add 10 spaces for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. we have a 10. So I'm taking the print like hello as my input. So what will be going to do is it will start filling these special characters from the whatever we have, like it will be 5 characters. So 1 2 3 4 5 will print it will okay. So the last 5 will be filled up with this one. The remaining what we have, it will just print with filled with zeros. 0 0 zeros. That's a Z wheel. We have such interesting. Okay, and booleans that we are already seen. Then operators. Yeah. So that's it for today's video. I guess video is too length for today. From the operators, we'll continue on the next video. So we have operators. So tomorrow we'll see operators, list, tuples, sets, dictionaries. Each of each case. Okay, that's it for the today's video. Thanks for watching and keep up to date and keep follow. Add the comments whatever we required, and very soon we are going to be planned. Once we cover up the basics of Python, we are going to be on live sessions. So mostly first we are not going to immediate live sessions, but we'll try with the complete live dedicated live sessions. So currently we are going with recorded mode only. Yes. Yeah. If you have anything doubts, just comment out in the below and take this websites as reference, and you can try practice what we till discuss. Yeah, thank you. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.